Hello, everyone. Hello. We're a little early. I came on a little early. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Yes, we are back. Y'all. Y'all got me 2 times today. Ain't that something? Ooh, there's so much going on in these YouTube streets. I just could not wait to, I guess, give y'all the information for Car Chronicles. So thank y'all for joining again. We are back. Let's go ahead and put our disclaimer up because we got some stuff we want to talk about, honey. Yes, we do. All right. Yes. Everything said in this video is alleged and in my opinion, okay? And it's also used for entertainment purposes only. Okay. All right. Now we got that piece of business out the way because y'all don't know. I don't never know what I'm gonna say. So I gotta make sure we cover it over here, honey. So everything is alleged. All right, and in my opinion. All right, let's get into it, y'all. Let's get into it. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you, Moss, for being here. Any content creators joining tonight, thank you guys for being here as well. Welcome. Those of you joining for the very first time, thank you for being here and welcome. Please go ahead and hit that like button. I have 77 so far in the chat, 57 likes. Let's go ahead and get those likes up. Let's go ahead and get on into it. If you didn't hit it on the way in, you can hit it on the way out. Also, please go ahead and subscribe to this channel so that you can be privy to all information and or drags and tea, as well as shenanigans, okay? Yes, let's get into it. All right, first things first. Carlos King snaps off on Gizelle Bryant, honey, from Real Housewives of Potomac, okay? Concerning her actions on the part 2 reunion of Real Housewives of Potomac. Now, y'all know they spoke about colorism on there. Gizelle, she seemed so uninterested. She was rolling her eyes. She just was not here for it. She did not want to speak about it. Andy Cohen gave the ladies 3 minutes to talk about and or address their issues with colorism on the show. All right. This has been a topic of discussion now for about 2 seasons. I was like, 3 minutes is really not enough time for you to get out your issues of colorism, Carlos. But I mean, damn, I don't know why he felt the need to only give him 3 minutes. But Gizelle was the whole time was just sitting there like I'd rather be anywhere else and talk about anything else but this mess. But all right, so it says that Gizelle didn't appear receptive to a lot of things that were said during the segment. It said that she also said that colorism isn't an issue in their group. Says that and sometimes the women on the show genuinely do not like each other. She says this isn't due to skin tone. All right, so when Carlos King took issue with the segment, it says that he doesn't feel like it was long enough. Okay, talking about the 3 minutes. All right, so there's a video I want to play for you guys as to what he had to say. He was going off. He was cussing and carrying on. I was just like, so I'm going to go ahead and play for you guys what Carlos had to say. Shout out to Urban Bell Magazine.
I'm very angry and I'm very disappointed with what was displayed on Real Housewives of Potomac Part 2 reunion. I am disgusted. And what I saw displayed on that stage tonight was some... How dare you sit up here and give a topic of colorism 2 minutes to a cast full of Black women? Let's be clear. This program is watched by Black viewers. We are invested in the ladies, and we're invested in this program. I'm pissed. I was so disgusted, disappointed. And Gizelle, how dare you say, okay, finally we can move on. You are the granddaughter of a civil rights activist. Your name holds weight in the community of activism. How disrespectful, Gizelle, was that to your ancestors? To say, finally, we can move on from and talk about something else. Talk about what?
Y'all know Carlos he starts to be so passionate about what he is talking about. He starts cussing. He starts going off. Like, I'm just like, you know what, Carlos? While I agree with what he had to say, I really feel like he should have that same energy as it relates to his own network, well, the own network, and his shows. And the people that's on his shows that are not held accountable. I think he should have that same energy, that same passion for the same people on his show who are not held accountable. How many reunions have we seen where he allowed people like Tisha, Martell, Wanda, and everybody else on the show to not be held accountable and hold their feet to the fire in terms of things that they are doing and saying and not being held accountable for on the show. He always has that type of passion for Bravo versus his own damn show. I would love to see him be that passionate about Love and Marriage Huntsville and the cast on the show. My question is, Carlos, why aren't you furious or snapping off on your cast on Love and Marriage Huntsville versus crying and boohooing when people like Martell sit on a stage laughing and acting a fool and acting proud to be verbally abusive towards your EP, which is Melody Holt, honey, Melody Cherie, rather, okay? And even allow Wanda to backpedal and or lie and refuse to give a genuine apology when she has attacked someone on national television on your platform, okay? Where is that passion for that versus sitting up there crying and being soft as a marshmallow instead of having that same energy and saying, you are pissed, I am pissed, I am feeling this way. Why don't we get that? Why don't we get that? Why don't we get that? I would love to see that type of energy and or passion and or you snapping off just like that as it relates to Wanda, Marceau, Maurice, Tisha, all them. Because they all been running amok, lying, fake storylines. Wanda been running amok as well. So why is it that you're so passionate about what's going on with Gizelle and her being the granddaughter of a civil rights? Okay, oh, that's great. And like I said, I agree 100% with what he was saying, but I want that energy to be directed towards where it really needs to be directed to. Let Andy Cohen worry about what's going on over there on the Bravo Network. We keep saying that. We keep saying that. Why are you too invested into something that has nothing to do with you? Okay, you sitting there crying and you using up a whole box of Kleenexes over Martell acting a damn fool versus telling him, look, nah, damn it, I'm pissed. This is some bullshit. That's the energy right there that he needs. Give that to Martell. He needs to hear, I'm pissed. This is some bullshit. The way that you've been acting on this show, the way you've been treating Melody, this is some bullshit. That's what we need to hear. Just like you said about Gizelle. Okay? You can give that energy to her, but you cannot give that to Martell. That's the person who needs it. If anybody needs to be cussed out, it's him. Carlos King. Martell is the one above everyone on the show who needs to be cussed out. More than Gizelle. Okay. And as much as I do not like Gizelle, I don't see it for her. I don't care about her or her lace front wig, baby. I don't care. I can do a whole live on Gizelle. I know her very well. I can do a whole live on her as well as her ex-husband, Jamal Bryant. I can. Okay. As much as I cannot stand her, I feel like that energy should be directed towards Martell. Sorry. And I'm going to wet my whistle on that. Okay. We're going to move on past the child. We ain't gonna give him no more energy on that. All right. Stormi, let's go ahead and talk about her because we're gonna move it on along, honey. I got some shows I want to watch tonight. I said let me connect with my Caramelians tonight and go on and give them this tea, baby. And we're gonna get on now. I ain't even gonna hold y'all tonight. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna hold you. But we got some stuff we need to talk about. So let's go on and do it. All right, Stormi, honey. Stormi donates some baskets of her Canvas beauty products to Tisha for an event that Tisha had at Black. I think it was for the AKAs. They had something going on. And they felt a way. They felt a way about that thing. They were just like, hold up, wait. Hold up, wait a minute. Like, why are you donating baskets of stuff when you have not given us our stuff? Like, what's going on with that? They felt a way about it. Okay, we're going to go and talk about that thing. They had a whole lot to say. They was pissed. All right, let me get to it. Oh, Lord, there's so much tea, Jesus. I'm going to have to spill some of this over into Car Chronicles tomorrow because, Jesus, y'all. Oof. Lord. We have a lot to talk about, y'all. Okay, here we go. Okay, so Tisha writes to Stormi, says, thank you, Stormi Steele, for this amazing basket, which was donated to my sorority for the 91st SER Cirque or whatever it is. Thank you so much, Tamara Morgan. All right. Says screaming. Bill Wilson, you say you screaming? She says, I called Monday and asked for just a couple of items to auction off, but you delivered this amazing basket. Okay, then she put the hands up. She says, I pray that God continue to bless you and your business at Canvas Beauty Brand. Why everybody want to be acting like they all saved now? Y'all kill me with that. Here's the basket. Here's the actual post that she did. Tisha did. There's the products that she the baskets that Stormy sent over to Tisha to auction off. All right. I'm gonna read to you what several customers who were pissed off at Stormy's ass. They were like, "You got time to be doing baskets, biatch, and you ain't sent me my stuff. My stuff still sitting in the warehouse, but you putting together baskets to be giving away free stuff." That's what people saying to her ass. Let me read to you what people had to say. This person says, "Stormy out here giving away free gifts instead of shipping my paid gifts. My paid for gifts," is what she called it. Says, "Wonder why Tisha didn't ask for a Kaleidoscope product since she's doing Kaleidoscope infomercials." Read. All right. Says that I'm really salty eyeing. That don't make no sense. That goat milk in the basket, knowing how long it took me to get mine. Okay, so she's looking at all this stuff that she ordered in this free basket that Tisha is getting to auction off. Okay. Then somebody else says, "I know, right?" Says, "I've been waiting since November for my products." All right. Says, "Child, I ordered it in July, didn't get the products till September. And then they left out the hair milk." Okay. She says, "I contacted customer service and they said that they would have to ship it separately. So now you got to wait another 8 months. Sorry, girl." All right. So somebody else says, says that a whole month later, I hadn't received it, so I contacted them again, and they said that they're working on it. It says DM Stormy directly and finally got a tracking number the next day. Okay, it says it took 3 months for my order to be complete. Ain't that crazy? All right, this other person says, "I'm still waiting since November the 39th. Says that DM Stormy and no words. Says, "I'm done with her and her products." Damn, I didn't know December had 39 days, but damn, girl. She was being funny, I know. Then another person said that they agree. They are pissed. They're like, "Hold up, it's the sheer audacity for you to be sending out free shit when you ain't sent me my stuff that I done up and paid for." I'll show y'all the post again, honey. They are pissed. Coming for Stormy. A lot of people saying they're not supporting her. A lot of people have withdrawn their support. A lot of people are talking junk and calling her out. Yes, they are. Stormy, get it together. Okay. Y'all see it right here. I'm reading it verbatim. So y'all, I like to show receipts, honey, when I'm reading stuff and showing y'all stuff. All right. Because y'all know. Y'all know. All right. Oh, Jesus. It's so much, y'all. So many customers, like I said, they weighed in on the comments and they were pissed about that. Stormy, you need to send them their stuff. I mean, it's just that simple. All right. So now I was telling you guys earlier that Stormy has a new product, okay, for her son, which is called Baby Love. All right. It's called Baby Love. She has a new product out. It's convenient that she would put this out now, knowing that Melody has her stuff out. I'm just like, Stormy. All right. It's called Baby Love, and it's now out. Okay. It's sparking fans of the show to question her timing of her trying to compete with and or overshadow and get attention for this particular product that she just put out. Okay. She's trying to say that it was out since 2022. My thing is, we haven't heard about it. You haven't talked about it. Any product that she's ever had out, she's talked about it, in terms of, especially with Melody putting her stuff out. She's always trying to overshadow Melody as to say that Melody's rushing her stuff. Melody's white labeling her stuff, and she's been out and she's been in business all this time, and that Melody doesn't take the time to do her homework with her business. But with her, she's been in business this many years. She sold $40 million worth of product. Like y'all know, she's like an infomercial. Stormy is like an infomercial when it comes to her stuff. She's always talking about what she's doing. So I find it very, very suspicious that she has never mentioned this product if it was out, if she already had it in the making since 2022. Okay. Now, this is what she says. She says the Canvas Beauty. She says, meanwhile, our Baby Love line dropped 5-6 months ago. I ain't heard nothing about it. She says that the quality, the results, the why, every single product solves a problem. She says Baby Love drops tomorrow at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. Products for moms and babies, she says, and really anyone with sensitive skin. Okay, so you shop, she's saying, go on her website. The product to me does not look like something for a kid, but that is what it looks like, you guys. Okay. It doesn't look becoming to me as Sugar Mama's product look. Not that I want to compare, but if you're doing a kid's product, if I see something like this, this would look more like something that I would buy for my child because it's colorful, it's appealing to the eye. It's a natural product, as we know. Melly already said it's a natural product. Stormy says that hers is natural as well. It's pretty much almost the same things. Of course, Sugar Mama has a 2-in-1 wash and shampoo, the body lotion, the baby oil. And hers, I think for the whole package is under $100, if that. Stormy's product is $145 for the entire package. Okay, $145. And hers is pretty much the same thing. It just doesn't look like something that you would buy for a child. It just doesn't. And if it's representing your son, why is it pink? That's just another thing. If I'm going to be doing something, I'm going to do it to where it looks more kid friendly. All right. Just like Sugar Mama's line. This to me looks more kid friendly versus what Stormy was putting out, which is why people are rushing out to go and buy it, because it's kid friendly. And from what we're hearing, I looked at reviews. The reviews are saying that this is very good product. A lot of people are enjoying the product, and they're saying that the product is doing what Melody was pretty much advertising it to do. Okay. Now, I've heard very mixed reviews as it relates to Cameron's beauty, and it's no shade to her. Everybody out here, they're doing their thing business-wise. It is what it is. But she's saying that her product has been out for 5-6 months ago. I haven't heard anything about it. She hasn't spoken about it, and I just find that it's very weird that you would now bring it out and you pushing it so hard now that Melody is pushing her Sugar Mama product. I just find it very interesting. I mean, because Stormy is always talking about her stuff. Okay, but yeah, she says that it really works and that she's trying to, that it's going to sell itself. And I'm just like, okay, it'll sell itself, but can you get the products out to them? Okay, when they sell itself so that people can enjoy it. I can't enjoy it from the warehouse, Stormy. I cannot enjoy my product from the warehouse. I need it at my house if I'm going to enjoy it. That's my only thing. All right. Thank you for your infomercial, but I would love to see the product at my house. Okay. Now she's starting to put in her boxes this little card, which I talked about it this morning. All right. I'm gonna show y'all what the card looks like that she's placing in all of her boxes of product. As y'all can see, who gonna take time when they get a box to read all this shit, Stormy? Who is gonna take a time to read this book, this little card that you don't put in there telling people to look at you on Love and Marriage Huntsville and buy your product and talk about how you feel and what your promise in terms of shipping and what you're gonna do? Who cares? At this point in the game, showing is more important than telling me. You have a lot of people who are upset and they're pissed that they're not getting their products in a timely manner when they've spent money to support your business that you continue to keep talking about and praising your own business. Okay, it's great. You're supposed to, but when you have people who are spending their hard-earned money, please get them their product. Nobody should be waiting 8-9 months for a product, and then you want to go out here and put this damn card in there where you asking and begging people to watch you on the show, saying that you're going to show them a different you. Okay, please watch Love and Marriage Huntsville. Hashtag Love and Marriage Huntsville. Like, she really pushing this show like she's the star of the show. Okay. Yeah, no, you're not the star of the show. You're not the star of the show. So you're trying to sell your stuff on the strength of you being on Love and Marriage Huntsville. All right. I don't know. I don't feel compelled to support your business after what I've heard. And I always look at reviews. Anytime I'm supporting and or buying something, and it's no different if I travel, I look at reviews at any hotel that I'm staying at. If I'm going to a restaurant and I've never been there, I'm looking at reviews. I want to know what are the people saying. I want to look at pictures. I'm doing my homework first. Anyone that I support is the same thing. If you're telling me, hey, Caramel, check this out, help me support this, I want to look at reviews. I want to hear what people are saying. If people are saying, hey, sorry, but this product ain't shit, I'm probably not gonna. I'm gonna read a few comments, and if everybody's pretty much saying kind of the same thing, I'm probably gonna steer away from it, because everybody can't be lying. Everybody can't be lying if they're saying, hey, I paid for my products back in for the Black Friday sale. Like, how you gonna run a Black Friday sale and bitch, it's almost what, Easter, and I still ain't got my shit? Like that. What is this, Black Easter sale now? You gonna run a Black Easter sale to override the Black Friday sale? Like, damn, can I get my stuff already? Like, can I get my stuff already? So now you got to run a Black Friday sale and a Black Easter sale and any other damn sale to take my mind off of me not getting my stuff when I ordered it. Like, damn, I can't support you. I'm sorry. It's giving no. It's giving no. And I'm always trying to support people, honey. I do. But when you show me, honey, that you ain't trying to do right, I just cannot, okay? I just cannot support it. I'm sorry. Stormy, girl, no, it's giving no. It's giving no. I'm sorry. You, honey. Speaking of her, people have been going off on her ass over there in the Facebook. Y'all know it's a Facebook Love Marriage Huntsville page, baby. They've been tearing her up over there. Stormy, I'm just like, listen, you might want to get off social media for a while, baby, because they are tearing her up. All right. So they said Love and Marriage Huntsville, Stormy still, honey, speaks in self-love as fans continue to harass her about her facial features. They are tearing her up, y'all. I kind of feel bad just a little bit. Like Caramel do have a heart. I drag people, but I kind of feel bad after reading this. I was like, shit, they are tearing her new asshole over there, y'all. All right, so this is what they're saying. All right, so Stormy is saying, thank God I love myself. And then she got the hands up. You know how they do in church. So somebody's saying, look at them soup coolers on her face. Okay. And then, of course, you got a lot of people that's liking the comment. So another person says that I don't like her and her mother. Ugh. So then somebody else is saying, this is not a good face. Talking about Stormy. They're saying that her nose goes with those big lips. All right. They're tearing her up over there. I was just like, it's not nice. But I mean, when you're talking crazy, you kind of make people come after you. So then she says, funny thing is, I love every bit of me when I look in the mirror. She says, I've done parodies of Felicia consistently, go live with no makeup and show myself as is because I love me. She said multiple times, I'd never get a nose job because people think I'm ugly. She says that yet they still think these comments hurt me somehow. Okay. So somebody else comes in and says, this really says she really needs to take a mental break. Says that, we know the first time it was for the nose job. Okay. Whatever that means. Says that she should never make that face. And then another person says that she don't like the way that her top lip smells. So y'all, so I was just like, y'all, they were not nice at all. Like they, oh my God. These comments are not nice at all. Okay. Somebody else says that, oh, she shouldn't do her face like that, that her nose that makes her nose even bigger. Like they are really going in on her nose. So at one point, a lot of people were saying that she had a nose job done. Honestly, I think she has some type of contouring doing because I do follow her on Facebook and her nose still looks the same to me. So I think that she did like a good contouring makeup job on her nose to make it look smaller because maybe she's feeling a little, she's feeling a little way about people talking about her nose. Okay. People been calling her Toucan Sam. I said it a few times when I drug her. I mean, do I take it back? No, I don't. Because at the time I mean it and I kind of still mean it. I mean it. And I'll let you know when I don't mean it no more. Okay. What's that mean? I will let you know when I don't mean it anymore. Now, whatever I say when I'm dragging you, I mean it at the time. When I feel compelled to apologize for it, which right now I don't. Give me a second. Let me see. Nope. I still don't. Give me one more minute. Nope. Still feel the same. So whenever I feel compelled to apologize, I will. At this point, I don't. It is what it is. Sorry, not sorry. Moving on. Feelings are for whoever want to have them at this point. When I'm dragging, I don't really give a damn how somebody feel. I'm sorry. Okay. Sorry, not sorry. It is what it is. Moving on. I'm gonna try to be nice tonight, y'all. I promise. I promise. But hey, feelings are feelings. Feelings are made to hurt. It is what it is, honey. Sometimes it is what it is. When you get acting a fool, it just is what it is. All right, let's go ahead on into this. Miss Robbie, honey. Y'all remember Miss Robbie from somebody said Caramel. I'm sorry, y'all. That's just how it is. When I'm dragging you, when you get acting a fool out here and I'm dragging you at the time, I mean it. Okay. And after a while, I might feel bad later on, and I might say, you know what, I might have went too far right there. And then I might feel compelled to apologize. But right now, I'm not feeling that feeling right now. So I'm gonna stand in that. Okay. Is that mean? Who gives a fuck? All right, let's move on. It must have been that salad I ate earlier. I don't know shit. Whistle. All right, so let's go. We're talking about Miss Robbie from Welcome to Sweetie Pies, okay? Welcome to Sweetie Pies, Miss Robbie. She begs and pleads with the judge. You guys know that Tim Norman is getting ready to be sentenced, okay? He's looking at getting a whole bunch of time. He's probably not going to be getting out no time soon. All right, she pleads with the judge in a form of a letter, okay, for leniency for her son, Tim Norman, all right? I'm going to read to you guys what the letter said. I have it here. Y'all are cracking up. Say, what is in your cup, caramel? I mixed up me a Arnold Palmer. I promise there's no alcohol in here. It's just lemonade and tea. Okay. Lemonade and unsweet tea. Okay. Because yeah. But that's all it is. I'm not drinking any alcohol tonight. It's just a natural high, really. Okay. All right. So as you guys know, Tim is guilty. Okay. Tim orchestrated the entire mess in terms of out of jealousy for Andre because Miss Robbie had him as part of her will. Did y'all know that? Andre was said to be on Miss Robbie's will, and Tim did not like that because y'all know he is her only surviving son. So he was going to be made to have to share his legacy with his mom, with Andre, because Andre was the only Montgomery grandson left. So Tim was like, I ain't trying to be sharing nothing with him. All right. So Tim wanted Andre out of the way, which is why he did what he did, I feel. All right. So for years, they're saying that Tim planned to take Andre out, which means that it was premeditated. Okay. All right. So Tim is still denying that he had anything to do with Andre's death, which says that he is unapologetic for the crime. Okay. If you're still not willing to admit that you did what you did, that lets me know that you're not apologetic. So why should the judge take any type of leniency on you when you're not apologetic for taking someone's life? Okay, he's still lying, saying that he wasn't there. He's saying that he wasn't there in St. Louis during the time. They've already shown proof that you took a flight in and out of St. Louis around the same time. And you also stayed in a hotel 15 minutes from the airport. I already did my homework. I've been following this case. We're going to get into it here in a second. And I'm going to show y'all a video that's going to blow y'all mind, okay? Let me go ahead and read to you guys what Miss Robbie had to say in terms of her letter to the judge, all right? It says, Dear Judge Ross, my name is Robbie Montgomery. She says, I am the mother of James Timothy Norman, an inmate who is coming before you for sentencing in a few days. She says, I'm writing you to ask for mercy for my son. As a mother, I am devastated that my son has been accused and convicted of the crimes, but I am pleading to God through you for mercy. Tim is my only living son. She says, I lost my other son to violence in the streets of Los Angeles when Tim was only 15 years old. Okay. She says that he is accused and convicted of, I don't know what she wrote here, and it's still the baby that I bore. And I love him as every mother involved loves their child. When your child is in trouble, that's when they need you as a parent. She says, and I'm sure you know the feeling. She says that the man that was presented to the jury and to you at the trial is not the man that I know. Okay. She says that I don't make this statement blind to all the faults that we as humans have. She said that Tim has, but the long-term scheming and plotting that was outlined at trial is not the man I've known. She said that my statement is not unthoughtful, not the unthoughtful plea of a mother. She says, in love with her son, which I do. She ain't putting no type of commas or nothing. I'm trying to help out. She says, in love with her son, which I do. She says, over the years, I have watched all the people that Tim has helped and encouraged me to help. She says, I've watched him help ex-offenders, friends, and relatives, trying to give them a hand up and volunteering with numerous community groups, providing food and service when there has been a need. She says that I do have solemn like wisdom and knowledge to answer the questions that must be answered in sentencing. She says, I do know how complex the burden of carrying grief, loss of losing a first son, a grandson, and on the verge of losing my last son. She says, this is more than a mother should have to carry into the sunset of her life. She says, I pray that you will find a way in performing your sentencing, the responsibility to allow a small light of hope to Tim and me and going through these remaining years to find hope for redemption. Okay. She says, I love all of my grandchildren and my children equally and have suffered with them in facing all of their obstacles. She says, this has been the hardest. I know that the man portrayed to you is not the man inside him. I am praying that your decision will leave an opportunity for the light of him to shine through. She says that thank you for your consideration and understanding of mother and grandmother's love. What I find telling is that they could only find 9 people, including his mother, to go on record as to the nature of his character of being a so-called good citizen. Okay. So yeah, they said only 9 people came forward to speak on his behalf to say that he was a good person, that he should get out. Terica Ellis, who was also convicted and got 3 years, they had 50 letters to the judge on her behalf in terms of her getting a lighter sentence. Okay, so only 9 people. Pretty much everybody believes that Tim's ass should be in prison. I, for one, do as well. I've been following this case from beginning to end, and I'm definitely going to be watching and seeing what goes on whenever they have his sentencing hearing, because I honestly think that he should be in there, and I'm getting ready to give you guys some reasons why. Okay, she's a mother. First of all, I'm a mother. If my son does something, it's a natural thing for you to want to protect your child, right or wrong. Okay, that's just a mother's instinct. Right or wrong, you want to protect your children. But in this case, where your son has orchestrated, and I'm gonna say allegedly, taking out your only surviving grandson with your last name, okay, after his own father was taken out, okay, by the same type of violence, I feel like Tim needs to be held accountable for his crimes. This is the second time he has served a long sentence. The first time he robbed someone, okay, snatched somebody's purse, tried to run home, almost got home, and the police caught up to him, locked him up. He served 10 years in prison. He was a teenager during the time that he did it. He served 10 years in prison, okay? So that took him away from his mother for 10 years. We all know what prison time does whenever you spend that much time in prison, especially going in as a teenager, okay? It does a lot to the mind. It's not normal for a human being to be locked into a small space for that amount of time, especially being thrown in the hole. You know, all of that goes into being incarcerated. When you act up, they throw you in this small room in a hole where you have it's not normal to not be around other people and to not be out in society, not being able to look out in the window, not being able to move whenever you feel like it, sleeping on a hard bed for years and years and years. That does something to your mental. It breaks you down mentally. Okay. That's why a lot of people, to get out, they go right back, because they are institutionalized still mentally. Tim got out. His mom did everything that she could in order to make sure he had a job, because he was a felon. It's hard to find a job as a felon. So as her having all of these businesses, running these restaurants, she opened the door to allow him to be able to have a way to support himself. And he got out and was right back to his criminal ways, because she wound up having to sue him because he would not stop opening restaurants in her name. All right, so let's go ahead and continue with this. Like I said, I do feel like he is guilty. All right, so for years he planned to take Andre out, which, like I said earlier, that is considered premeditated. Okay. And also, like I was saying, Tim is still denying that he had nothing to do with Andre's death, which says that he is unapologetic for the crime that he committed. Okay. Now, like I was saying, while I do sympathize that Tim is Miss Robbie's son, many people are scared that had Tim not been caught, that he could have harmed Miss Robbie as well. And why do I say that? Because he had a $1 million insurance policy on her. Tim was hurting for money during the time that he was committing, right? He was delinquent. And he had a huge delinquent tax bill that he had to pay. All right. He had so many restaurants that he had opened up that he could not keep up with financially. He was hurting for money. Okay. So this is a plan that he orchestrated for years. He was plotting to do this to Andre. All right. I've been following this case, you guys. All right. And he could have harmed Miss Robbie had they not caught him when they did, because he was becoming very desperate. All right. When you become very desperate like that, you do things. And like they say, money is the root of all evil. You would do anything for money. You see a lot of people doing things, crimes. You do anything for money. Families turn against each other over money. All right. And this situation is no different. All right. So Miss Robbie, like I said, she had to sue Tim in 2016 for trademark infringement for him taking her businesses and renaming them and doing whatever he wanted to. She kept pleading with him to stop opening restaurants. Y'all remember he opened TJ's Sweetie Pies in California. She did not like it. It got very bad reviews where the people were saying that the food did not taste like the original Sweetie Pies. Miss Robbie went there. She was even saying that the food wasn't up to par. The business wasn't running like it needed to run. She was not happy at the fact that he opened TJ's Sweetie Pies, and she wanted him to close some of those businesses down. All right. Now, during that same time, $220,000 was stolen from Miss Robbie's house through a robbery. All right. They tried to say that Andre was the one that did it. Andre told Miss Robbie he did not. He kept telling her he did not. He even went as far as getting a lie detector test done, at which he passed it, and he told the police, the person you need to look into is Tim. Tim is the person that you need to look into because his mom is suing him. They're not on speaking terms. A lot has been going on. You need to look into Tim. Upon Tim finding out that Andre told the police that, he began to come after him harder, even to the point to where Andre went to Miss Robbie to say, hey, Tim is after me. Tim is trying to hurt me. He was scared for his life. Okay. So like I said, that Tim had a $1 million life insurance policy out on his own mother. So had he not been arrested when he did, who knows what he would have done? Who knows what he would have done? Because he already had 4 life insurance policies on Andre prior to him being taken out. Okay. Tim also owes, y'all remember his baby mama, Janae, for his son, TJ. Y'all know he has a son, TJ, they said thousands of dollars in back child support. So he had a lot of money hanging over his head that he owed. All right. The thousands in back taxes and also the thousands that he owed Janae in back child support. Tim is very dangerous. All right. So I feel like he's right where he belongs. He has shown signs of his dangerous ways for years. Y'all remember when he was aggressive towards Janae, which is TJ's mom. Like I just said, there was a witness that came forward to say that they saw them having some type of altercation in a parking lot at a restaurant where Tim grabbed her and pushed her up against a car and was yelling in her face. A witness came forward and told that. Okay. He also had an altercation and something that happened between him and Jennifer Williams from Basketball Wives to where she had to get a restraining order against him. Okay. So he has shown Robbie had to go in there and fuss him out and even fire Tim after this particular situation. Y'all remember that, okay? So he's shown many, many times that he could be very, very dangerous. So and it all stemmed around money. All right. So like I said, money will make you do very egregious type things whenever you become desperate. And I feel like Tim became very desperate and he used that opportunity, which I thought was very stupid because that was your own nephew, your blood brother's son. Okay. Why would you take the opportunity to take out your own nephew, which is your blood brother's son, who was also taken out? You did not stop to think about the type of pain that would cause his own mother, who you promised to take care of him. You asked, could he come to St. Louis, that you were going to give him a job, and you promised his own mother, looked her in the face and told her that you would take care of him when you plotted to take him out. Okay. And I thought that was very sad. This boy was scared for his life before he passed away. And it was very sad at what happened to him and how they set him up. But like I said, I don't know why Miss Robbie had so much money hidden in her house. Like I said, someone broke into her house. They were saying that Tim did it. $220,000. Who keeps that kind of money in their house? She had it hid in her house. I believe that Tim knew that it was in there. I believe he knew exactly where it was. Okay. I believe he knew. I believe his mother entrusted him in Miss Robbie's care as well as Tim. They promised to take care of him. And then you turn around and you do this. And then you hire people as a team to come and help you orchestrate it. Everybody else received time. The guy that took him out with the pow got 32 years. I felt like the girl that what's her name? What is the girl's name? Terica Ellis. I think she should have got more than 3 years because you lured him out there. Had you not done that and played your part in that, he would probably still be here. So I think everybody involved should have gotten, maybe not life, but Tim should have gotten life. But I don't feel like Terica Ellis should have only gotten 3 years. I think she should have gotten more. Okay. And you sat on the fact that you knew what had happened for a whole 4 years. So for 4 years, you walked around acting normal, like nothing ever happened, knowing that you set this boy up to lose his life. But we're going to move on past this. Like I said, money is the root of all evil. Money makes you do things that you would not ordinarily do. Money breaks up families. Think about it. Big mama passed and she don't have her will together, honey. People fight over money, furniture, anything. It breaks families up. It really does. It breaks family. People don't speak to family members for years or ever again over money. Over money. People do crazy stuff for money. So prayers to Miss Robbie in this situation, honey, because she is old. I get that. Prayers to her that she get through this. Whatever the judge decides, hey, it is what it is at this point. Embrace the fact that your son committed a very, very heinous crime. and he deserves to serve whatever time that is handed down to him. My only pain in this situation is that his son TJ has to grow up without his father, or without knowing his father. Because I don't see Janae taking TJ down to no prison to see Tim. I don't see her doing that. I don't see her doing that. My only pain in that situation is the fact that his son will grow up not knowing his father because he committed such a crime. And with you being a father, you put yourself in a position to not be in your son's life. That's just repeating the cycle. A lot of black boys are growing up without their fathers due to the fact that they make stupid decisions to take themselves out of being there for their kids. Boys need their dads to teach them how to be men. Women can raise the sons, but men need to be in their son's life to teach them how to be men. Okay, you just need that. And when you make stupid decisions in your life to take you away from your kids, that's very selfish on your part. That was very selfish of Tim to do that. So let's move on. We got more to talk about, so we can get on out of here. All right. So as you guys know, tomorrow is Melody and Martell's custody battle hearing. I think they're supposed to make a decision tomorrow on this custody thing. It's been going on for quite some time now. I'm praying and hoping that whoever this judge is fair in terms of giving Melody full custody. She needs it. She needs full custody because at the end of the day, she has dealt with a lot of BS as it relates to Martell. Let me go ahead and show you guys this. This is straight from Madison County Courts. As you can see, I like to show you guys receipts anytime I am reporting on something. This is straight from the courthouse website, you guys. Melody and Martell will be in court tomorrow. As you see it there, there's the docket number. There's Melody and Martell's name there. As you can see, they will be in court tomorrow. A decision should be made tomorrow in terms of custody for the M&M kids as it relates to Melody and Martell. As you guys know, they have 1 week on, 1 week off. That is the court's decision as of right now. We do not know if Melody is going to get full custody tomorrow. Martell has filed for full custody of the kids because Melody would not agree to his demands in terms of the babysitting issue. Okay, he kept saying she has too many babysitters. She would not agree to let him know and have first rights anytime that she goes out of town and or has to be away. In terms of calling and having a babysitter, he was saying he wants to watch the kids if she has to go out of town. She was saying she has her own village, which she should. I don't feel like she needs to tell him anything. He wants to be able to track her down and know wherever she is when she goes. He wants to be able to keep up with whenever she is out of town. That's all it is. I don't need to tell you shit. And I'm going to say it right here, Martell. She doesn't need to tell you anything. If she has someone helping her watch the children, that is what it is. If she calls you, if she feels the need to call you and say, hey, can you watch the kids this week? I got to go out of town for work, blah, blah, blah. Great. If she doesn't call you, trust the fact that she is their mother and she's going to choose someone that she feels is fully capable of watching the children. All right. Her mother has watched the children. Her mother steps in and help watches the kids. She also has, like I said, her own village of people who she has to watch her children. Melody, she makes enough money to be able to pay a nanny to come in and watch her children. They have a certain lifestyle that they are used to right now. Melody has them in all types of programs. She is paying for them to be in private school. They are well taken care of. I do not see them being well taken care of with Martell 24/7 like he is looking to have them. My whole thing is, and I keep saying, he is looking to have child support paid to him, which is why he still has not gone out here and gotten a job. He wants the judge to look at him as to say that he is trying to have the kids 100% of the time, that he's a dad 100% of the time, and that he has enough time for the children. That is why he won't get a job, because he wants it to appear that he has more time than Melody with the kids. So you are pretty much trying to punish her for working like every other mother does out here. Hell, I work a full-time corporate job and I'm still a mother, and my son does not go lacking. So why is she being punished for doing what all mothers all over the world do? Mothers who are in Hollywood, they work as well, and they are still mothers to their children. So why are you punishing the mother of your children because she don't want your funky ass no more, Martell? Okay, I'm gonna be real raw when I say it, because it's the audacity of you to want to snatch these children from their comfort zone. You got them sleeping on the floor at your house. They have beds at their mother's house. They have a private chef at their mother's house, not so much at yours. They are probably eating damn potted meat over there. And in the few times that you do muster up the strength to take fucking pictures, and I'm be raw because this pisses me off. The few times that you do take pictures, whenever you take them out, just for you to look like the great dad, to make everybody think that you're being just this greatest dad, when you take pictures and post them on Instagram to show that you got the kids, every time you get the kids, it's only showing that you are doing it for clout. Okay, you could be a great father without posting every single moment on Instagram. Martell. Okay, you do it for clout versus doing it for the fact that you are a great father. A great father will not pull their children from their comfort zone and have them in situations that they are not going to be happy in. If you really care about your children, you're not going to have them taken away from their mother, who you know that they love, because you're being selfish for the fact that she don't want you no more. That's all it is. You can't control her anymore. She does not allow you to control her anymore. She has put her foot down and probably up your ass a few times where it needs to be. Okay. And you are mad because you do not have control over this woman anymore. So you use the court system and you play with the court system as a means to try to, try to control this woman. There are plenty of families, of mothers who really need to have the court system behind them because they have sorry ass fathers who will not step up to the plate and take care of their children. And you choose to play with the court system when your children are fine and they have everything that they need, not because you're giving it to them. Now, when Melody filed for divorce, she did not ask Martell to pay for child support. Okay. She did not ask for child support, period. So for you to take your tight church pants wearing ass in court and ask for full custody of these children when your ass don't even do what you're supposed to do 100% of the time financially for them, it's the audacity. And what you're going to wind up doing is making it backfire on you, because the things that you were ordered to do, you have not done. But you did have time to take your raggedy Uber driving, tight church pants wearing ass up in court and be asking the judge to take them from their mother when that's where they need to be. You mad because you can't go on the trips. You mad because you don't have access to the private chef. You mad because you can't go on the luxurious vacations. You mad because you can't lay up beside her every night. You mad because you still got to walk around here in them tight ass pants. You mad because you ain't got no food in your house. You mad because you got to be on IG just to be booed up with somebody. You mad because Melody won't take you back. You mad because you embarrassed. You mad because you can't have that whole Love and Marriage Huntsville check like you had before. You mad because she don't want your funky ass no more. Yes, I said it. Y'all know I was going to go off with him. You mad. You mad. Yeah, you mad because you got to be out here faking the funk with Sheree. You don't want Sheree. Neither one of y'all asses can't read. You don't want Sheree. Both of y'all still sitting at the stop sign because neither one of y'all asses can read that it says stop. You wondering what the sign says, and neither one of y'all asses can't read because you dropped out of college and she dropped out of school in the 10th grade. So both of y'all dumb asses can't read. So you got to be out here faking the funk and waiting on her to get her 20% so you can survive and put some gas in your raggedy ass Uber truck. Okay, that's all it is. You mad. You mad because you can't stand up there beside Melody when she's at these important conventions anymore. Okay, and take her clout because you weren't talking. She was talking. You mad because you don't have hope no more. You mad because every business that you launch hit the ground. You mad because everything that Melody has done since she left you has gone beyond and sold out. You can't even congratulate your children or sugar mama on her line because you ain't getting a coin from it. How selfish of you, Martell. How selfish of you to not tell your children happy birthday because your ex-wife don't want you no more. How selfish of you to go online and post something about a councilman because you think that he is going with Melody when the egg is in your face and that ain't even who she dating. Talking about giving somebody a Cashapp. You need a Cashapp. So you take your ass to Burlington Coat Factory and get some better pants, walking around here with them Prince pants with your ass cheeks out in the back. Because you can barely zip the bitches up while you're running around talking about you reading to your children, and we all know you can't read. Stay away from Sugar Mama school. Stay away from Boss Baby school talking about you reading when we know your ass can't read. Like, stop it, okay? Stop it. At this point, it's looking like you clout chasing, Martell. It's looking like you clout chasing. At this point, you don't have nothing good going for you. You don't have nothing good going for you. So you got all the time in the world to be running back and forth to court. This mess should have been over. You should have been stopped this case. You should have been went up there and told the courts, you know what? I want my children to stay where they are. 1 week on, 1 week off. They need really both parents. They don't really need him, but he is their father. Okay. He is still their father. So at the end of the day, share custody like you've been doing. Share custody like you've been doing. He's an asshole. I'm sorry. I have nothing good to say about him. I have nothing good to say about him. Now, he said in one of his videos, and I played it here on my channel, that he does not want to take full custody of the children, okay? But that is what you filed for. So let's be 100 on that. You don't want full custody, but you go to court and you file for full custody. Make it make sense. How dumb are you? How dumb are you? We know you were born with a helmet on, but how dumb are you? To go to the courts and ask for full custody and do a whole live video with them stupid ass shades on and that stupid ass hat on talking about you don't want full custody when that's what you filed for. Make it make sense. Okay. He says that he just want Melody to agree with him. Okay. On his babysitting rules. Okay. Melody said no. So he proceeded to the court. Okay. To ask for the court to give him full custody. You didn't even have food to give the children when on your week to take the kids on the first week of school. You didn't even have food to pack for them. You told the kids to eat school lunch, and they don't eat school lunch. Their mother packed them lunches. Okay, per their private chef that you don't have. We've seen videos of you having your children sleeping on the floor, but you want to take them from their mother? Really? Martell? Really? Really? Okay, your children have already been had to take you. Your son has had to be taken away from you as well as your children because you decided to put your hands on them. I've played several videos on my channel where you have talked about plenty of times of taking the belt out. You have a problem, Martell. You have an anger issue. And the fact that you were mad at their mother, you take your anger out on your children. That is not a great father to me. I'm sorry. You have daughters. And you would not want your daughters to grow up to have a man or date a man like you, Martell. You would not want your children to date a man like you. You would not. Okay. Melody told Martell, okay, at this past reunion, okay, she says that you don't start a battle and not expect a war, okay, in reference to him in this child custody case. So she's willing to fight and do what she has to do for her children. I don't blame her. Because she knows that Martell is not going to give the children what they deserve in terms of them being with him full time. I don't see a judge being that crazy to do that. Okay. Martell does not have a stable home life. He does not have a stable environment. He runs up and down the street, back and forth to Atlanta. This whole custody case was a means to stop Melody from changing her last name. We already know it. Melody said that she was in talks of changing her last name from Holt to changing her business name and everything else to Melody Cherie. Martell got wind of it. And I keep saying anything that Melody does, I would not announce it because Martell is sitting back waiting for Melody to say the next move that she's making so that he can run ahead of her and stop her. He's just like the devil. Okay. You never let your left hand know what your right hand is doing. Anytime you're trying to be moving and shaking out here, keep your mouth shut and just move. Baby, you would not know what I'm doing until I do it. And that's just on period. You would not know what I'm doing until I do it. With a person like Martell, you cannot put your business out there because he is waiting and he's waiting to try to stop you and trip you up. That was a means for him to stop Melody from changing her last name. If y'all just saw him at this past reunion, when Melody walked from the back, when she had on the J Bolin dress with the silver up here, when she walked around the corner, Martell's whole disposition changed and he looked like this. And when Carlos King said, welcome to the stage, Melody Cherie, Martell was still saying, and to this day, y'all know they were already divorced. Martell said Melody Holt. She was not Melody Holt. She's divorced from you. So in your mind, you are not willing to let go of this woman because you effed it up. So she had to do what she had to do and divorce you because you couldn't get your shit together. So now you're mad because you can't finish what you started. She is not Melody Holt. She is Melody Cherie. And just because you can't accept that, Martell, because you want to have everybody else and be sticking your disease bumped up schlong up in everybody, be mad at yourself because you fumbled the bag. Be mad at yourself. You're taking your anger out on your children and it's selfish. It's selfish as hell. Okay. It's selfish as hell. No, that's not Melody Cherie. That's Melody Holt. Boy, sit your ass down. Sit your bald-headed ass down, Martell. This is why he won't get a job. He wants to look like, he wants to get this sympathy from the court and say, oh, I have all this time. I'm devoting 100% of my time to my children. I have time for my children. Melody does not. Melody is always on the road. Melody is always here and there. She's never home with the kids. So that is your means of trying to snatch the kids and then turn around and ask for child support to give them the same type of lifestyle when really you're going to use the money on your little thoughts on IG. That's really what you want to do. Because that's what you've been doing. You was doing it during the marriage. And if she really wanted to be nasty, she could have gone to court and told that. She could have shown receipts where you took money over to Ariane from the account. She should have shown receipts where you took the $17,000. She should have shown receipt where you took the $4,000 down to the woman down there in Washington, D.C. while you were down there thoughting with her. She should have shown receipts where you took the money from the home to be buying cars and everything else and paying rent for your side chicks. You took money from your children that could have gone towards them to pay for your little thoughts. But you're a great dad. Make it make sense. You won't even ask to pay child support. Most fathers, anytime a mother is getting divorced, that's going to be in the divorce decree that you pay child support. Melody was trying to look out for you, and that's the problem. And I love me some Melody, but sometimes you cannot protect people who do not protect you. You're not going to keep trying to hold my head underwater, and I'm trying to breathe, and I'm trying to still hold you up. I'm not going to keep holding you up and you pushing me down. It's not going to work that way. Stop protecting people who don't protect you. You didn't protect this woman's heart the entire time you were married to her, and you are still coming for it and still gunning for her. For what? It's over. She's made it very clear to you that she don't want you anymore, that she's not coming back anymore, and you can't take it. You can't take it. A person like that can be very dangerous. We've seen it many times on Lifetime, okay? I've seen enough Lifetime movies to know where this is going if she does not get something done soon. After this court hearing is over, there needs to be some type of something put in place to where he can't come around her. Restraining order. There needs to be a restraining order because there have been talks of him stalking. Why did you get the children these phones? Because you want to be able to stalk. You want to be able to listen in. You want to be able to have some type of device in the house so that you can listen in on what she's doing because you don't want her to move on. You want to be with 50,000 women, but just the thought of her being with somebody else bothers you. For what? That ain't your wife no more. She's not going to stay single for the rest of her life because you and your feelings. When you had her, you didn't want her. Back then, you didn't want her. Now she all hot and you all on her. Ain't that what Mike Jones said? I ain't said Mike Jones said. Mike Jones said back then you didn't want me. Now I'm hot, you all on me. That's what Mike Jones said. Y'all remember the song? You didn't want me back then. You wanted everybody else but me. So now that I let you go and give you back to the streets where you really came from, you're from the streets. You're from the streets. You're from the projects, and nothing against nobody from the projects. But she picked you up and wiped you off, fixed your crooked ass teeth, told you to cut that damn hair down that she was trying to save. Out here running around looking like Sherman Hensley. Okay. She fixed you up, showed you how to dress, got you off the bunk bed over there at your mama's house and put you in the king size bed over there at her house. And you still couldn't do right. You still couldn't do right. So now you want to be up in court, wasting everybody's time. This woman's supposed to be out making a bag, but you got her sitting up in court over some BS because you mad because you can't have her back. That's you stand on your get back. Y'all going in 3 years of being divorced. You still on your get back, which shows how mentally unstable you are as a supposed to be man. Okay. Real men move on. Real men move on. Real men want to see the best in that woman when he knows that he messed it up. You trying to punish her for not wanting you. You have some psychological issues, Martell. You a bum. Martell's bum ass chose not to work, like I said, to appear to be this devoting dad who devotes 100% of his time to his kids when Mel is the one who is busy and booked. Okay. You won't even pick up a book, Martell. Melody is booked and you won't even pick up a book. Speaking of book, you still don't have your builder's license to even create a job and or legacy for your children while you sit back and watch your ex-wife creating business after business after business, and you won't support it because you don't have no financial hand in it. You ain't getting a coin from it. So you won't applaud her for it. You won't tell her, you know what, baby, I ain't doing nothing, but thank you for creating a legacy for our children, because I know I ain't doing shit out here. I ain't doing that. I try to, you know what, put my wine out there. It ain't doing nothing. So thank you for doing something, because the people support you. They don't care about me. Thank you for doing something for our children, because you ain't doing it. You ain't doing it. Plane ride to Canada went nowhere. Calendar went nowhere. That wine went nowhere. Nowhere. Everything that he is doing goes nowhere because you cursed Martell. And every time you do something to her, all you're doing is making her more blessed. She already said for every demon 5 blessings. Every time you mess with her, she's going to be further blessed. Every time you do something to her, all you're doing is blessing her. So it's going to further make you mad. Leave her alone. Leave her alone. You messing with the wrong one. He don't understand it. Certain people you can't mess with in life because you mess yourself up when you do it. People need to understand it. Certain people you cannot put your hands on. Certain people don't put your mouth on in terms of speaking negatively about them. Martell knows that he physically can't do anything to her. So he's running around telling anybody that will listen any type of negative thing about her, talking about don't be her friend. They don't need to be her friend. Okay, the person who needs to be her friend is the person who's taking care of her. She already said God is her source, so she ain't looking to be friends with Destiny, with Stormy, or anybody else, the Scotts or nobody else. She ain't thinking about them. She don't care about them. So why are you running around bad mouthing her, Martell? This is the mother of your children, the woman who was married to you almost 12 years. You are ignorant to be out here speaking negatively about her because that makes you look like a fool. The one person who's supposed to support her, which is you, and you running around being an asshole and making yourself look stupid. You look like a hater. You look like a straight up hater, hating on the same person that you stood and took vows in front of to say that you would love, honor, and cherish for the rest of your life. But you're not doing that. So that means you did not withhold your honor and your word to God, because you went back on your word because you want to be a whole ass nigga out here. Yeah, I said it. Do I take it back? I don't. I don't take it back because it's the truth. Hoes will be hoes. You can't turn hoes into a husband. You can't do it. You can't do it. How many chances can you give a person? Even God stopped giving chances after a certain time. When you continue to show him that you're not worthy of a second chance. Even God stopped giving chances. So you think that this woman should continue to give you chance after chance after chance to continue to show her who you really are? You a bum. A man that don't work won't eat. You will not work. You just like Ariane. Both of y'all allergic to work. You allergic to work. You want to ride on the backs of everybody else. And that is what this whole custody agreement thing is. This whole court case is for you to be trying to ride on this woman's back. You can't have her no more, so you want her to pay you. For what? She already paid $1,500 for you to go back to school when your bum ass dropped out. For what? Because you care so much about your children. The same kids, okay, that you didn't buy any Christmas gifts for. The same kids that you didn't acknowledge for their birthdays, okay? The same kids that you used money to pick up women on IG that you could have spent on your children to go on a vacation with your children. You could have went on a nice vacation with your children, and you sit on national television and look jealous and mad when Melody invites you on a vacation with her and the kids. Sitting on a yacht mad because she can afford a yacht and you can't. You salty and in your feelings. It was all over his face. He felt away because he wasn't able to provide it, and that she was able to do it. And he had to sit there and look salty and look around and mad. And every little thing that she said bothered him because he knew that he messed it up. He knew that's the last time that he was going to ever be able to go on vacation with her. And he tried everything he could, bringing her pizza and wings and everything else. That shit didn't faze her. She was over it. Like Nene said, the door is closed. The door is closed. Okay. I hope you enjoyed that last little yacht vacation, Martell. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much. Says Tell It Caramel. Thank you, Rochelle Williams. Yeah, he's jealous. Martell is jealous. You're jealous. He's been jealous since day one. You've been jealous since day one. You know how I know? Whenever he proposed to her. And we talked about it before. You proposed to her at her graduation, a moment that should have been her moment, where you should have been saying to her, I applaud you. This is a moment. This is a once in a lifetime moment, when you should have been bringing her balloons, when you should have been praising her for graduating. That is something that's very honorable. That's a milestone that she made in her life. Instead of you acknowledging that and applauding her, you want to drop down on a knee and take that moment from her and put it on you to say that, oh, I proposed to her. This is going to be my wife now. You could have waited. Why use that moment at her graduation to propose to her, to take that moment from her? You were jealous from day one. You were jealous from day one that you had to walk around here and be fake and walk around in them suits and act like you was the boss and telling everybody you was the boss when you really weren't. You really weren't. She was pulling the car. She was getting the jobs. He's a joke. He's a joke. A jealous person will do anything to you to hurt you. Women, watch these jealous men. If you got a man that's jealous of you, you better watch it, because they will stop at nothing in order to bring you down. They get joy out of seeing you in pain. People like that. People like Martell get joy out of seeing you in pain. He's getting joy out of taking this woman to court to try to take them kids. He don't want them kids. He don't want her to have them. He don't want them kids. As soon as, if he do get full custody, they're going to spend more time with his mama, or he going to have them somewhere with somebody else in his family while he's still rip and run down the road. But just the simple fact that he can tell Melody when he can see the kids, and the simple fact that he have her money, and the simple fact that he feel like he pulling the cards, that's all he wants. It's about control. He don't want them children full time. That's going to stop him from running the streets like he wants to. He don't want them children full time, okay? Mr. I miss my kids and my ex-wife, but I'm going to keep this court case open because I want to be in control, okay? Because at court, I can get to see Melody. See, you get to see Melody at court. So that's what you banking on. Oh, I'm pretty sure he ain't going to sleep good tonight because he know that court is tomorrow. He going to get a chance to see her all dressed up. You know she going to be flawless. Anywhere she goes, she looking flawless. So he going to be glad to get to see her. That's a moment for him to get to see her in court tomorrow and get to stare at her and reminisce on what he has. I went and looked at his Facebook page. Martell still has videos and pictures of him and Melody, which I'm sure he sit back and look at probably every day. He still has pictures of him and Melody when they were together, when she was pregnant, when they had holidays, they went on vacations, when they were booed up, they was, for all types of, he still have all these pictures and videos of Melody on his page. That's obsessed. She ain't got nothing of him on her page. But he has all these pictures and videos still of Melody on his page. That don't look like somebody that moved on to me. I'm sorry. Before I got married, I had pictures of my boyfriends in my phone, but I bet you ain't a bitch up in there now. When you move on, you move on. I don't need to look at you. I don't need to be reminded of a video of when we used to be together. I don't care about that anymore if I moved on. There's a reason why you move on. Why do you still have pictures and videos of this woman in your phone on social media? Like, why? What is the point of that? What's the point of that? He can't wait to see her tomorrow in court. He can't wait to see her. It's all a means of him to get to see this woman tomorrow. He want to see her bad. He don't really get to see her. So he's really banking on getting to see her tomorrow. And I bet you the entire time he going to sit there and stare at her. Just like he did on vacation, just like he did on the show. Y'all remember when he brought the kids up there to her show? He didn't even say nothing to her. He sat there for a whole 30 seconds, and it was awkward as hell. He sat there staring at her. It's all about him and what he wants. He's a whole clown. I see y'all putting it in there. He sat there and stared at this woman for a whole 30 seconds. Even she was uncomfortable. She had to look away like, okay, why the fuck is he staring at me like this? Like, why is he staring at me? It's a whole means of him to get to see her, to be in her presence. He misses that. He misses that. So that's why he ain't going to drop this case, because that's his way of getting to be around her, to interact with her, because he don't get to do that. She cut him off from that. He don't get to call her because she blocked his number. So this is his way of getting to be in her presence, even if it's in a negative way. And that's sick as hell. Even if it's in a negative way, he still gets to be in her presence, and he don't care, because that is his way of being able to hold on to something as it relates to her, because all he's doing now is holding on to memories via social media and in his phone. So now he gets to really be in her presence and really get to see her and be around her. And he's going to revel in that moment. He's going to probably have on his best, tightest suit that he's ever had to try to look good, thinking he looking good for her. And she ain't even looking at him. She ain't even going to be looking at him. The very thought of him disgusts her. Disgust. Yeah, the very thought of Martell disgust her, but he don't feel that way. He still thinks that in his crazy mind that she still wants him at some point. So he's looking forward to seeing her tomorrow in court, even though it's for a negative reason. Yeah. Mr. I care about my kids and I'm devoted my whole attention, my 100% of attention and my time to my children, okay? But not once did you congratulate your children on their accomplishments. Not once did you congratulate Sugar Mama. We've already seen the disconnect as it relates to her. Sugar Mama was born as a means to try to make your family stay together. Sugar Mama was supposed to be the glue to hold you and Melody together, but it was a complete opposite. You messed it up. You messed it up. Sugar Mama was supposed to have been the glue to keep y'all together, to put everything back on the right track. But you continued your mess, okay? And Melody had to pray about that thing, and God had to be like, don't you be blinded by it. Yes, babies are a beautiful thing, but no, ma'am. Get your baby, get your children, and get out of here. Because there's something coming that you ain't ready for, okay? So I'm going to get you on out of here now before he really drive you crazy. And you can't take that because you messed it up, Martell. Yeah, you messed it up. She said when God said go, she had to go. You mad at the wrong one. We already said it before. You mad at the wrong one. So my prayers to Melody in this situation is tomorrow that she goes to court. She holds her head up high, and whatever the judge decides, I'm praying that she get full custody because she needs it so that she don't have to continue to deal with Martell. She's been talking about moving out of Huntsville. She's outgrown Huntsville. The place that Melody is going right now is, you know, she's outgrown Huntsville. She needs to be somewhere else. She wants to move to Atlanta. She's been wanting to move to Atlanta. She's been wanting to change her name. So once this court case is over, she can finally go ahead and change her name. She can finally go ahead and sell her home and move out of Huntsville. She said Huntsville is depressing for her. She don't want to be there. Huntsville is small. So think about how many times she runs into Ariana and she runs into Martell just being out and about trying to live her life and do what she needs to do. This woman needs to be able to be happy and move on with her life. Her career is taking off. She should not be made to stay in a city that she does not want to be in. That's depressing for her. This woman broke down. Y'all remember at the reunion when she broke down and says, this is very, very depressing for me to be here. She says, I hate being in Huntsville. It's depressing for me. So my prayer to her is that she gets what she wants, that she gets the favor that she needs in this case so that she can get her children and move out of Huntsville. She gets her children full time and move out of Huntsville, that Martell is ordered into some type of psychological something, because this bullshit they're doing for this new season where they're saying that this therapist who used to be Melody's therapist is supposed to be Martell's therapist. I don't buy it. He needs to be ordered by the judge to have some serious therapy, and those children need to be with their mother. So my prayers is that Melody gets full custody of these children, that they go with their mother, that she's able to go ahead and change her name officially and go ahead and move to Atlanta or California or wherever it is that she wants to move to and get far away from Martell, because it's time out for him playing these stupid ass games that he continued to play with her. It's dangerous. We see it all the time. At some point, it's time for you to move on. If he can't move on, she needs to move away, period. Period. There needs to be some stuff put in place where he can't pop up on her. He can't come to her house. He can't harass her. She keeps having to change her number. That should not be. Grow up. Leave this person alone. Take care of your kids as best as you can. You need to get a job. He needs to be ordered to get a job as well, because it should not all be on her. She didn't want all those kids by herself. Melody said, damn, I stayed pregnant. Martell wanted to keep her pregnant so he could run around. That's all it was. He wanted to keep her knocked up so she could be home with all them kids while he run the streets. And you have men out there that's like that. They want you to stay home barefoot and pregnant while they rip and run and do whatever they want to do. There's men out there that's like that. Want you barefoot and pregnant. And his reason is, oh, I came home by 7 o'clock. Yeah, but your ass was cheating from the time you woke up to the time you walked out the door. So that make it right because you was home by a certain time? No, it does not. It just makes you a bigger hole because you was gone longer. Okay. But anyway, let's get on out of here. I appreciate you guys joining us tonight for I was about to say Car Chronicles. Thank y'all so much for joining tonight. I had so much that I wanted to put out there for you guys. Somebody said that narcs like to commit fat. Yeah, I mean, he knew what he was doing when he asked Melody to marry him. He knew, especially after she paid that money for him to go back to school. He knew He knew that she was a keeper. He knew that he was not going to make it without her. Won't no other woman about to be out here taking care of his ass like that. No. He already knew what it was when he got with her. He knew. But thank you guys for joining. You guys, please say a prayer for Melody tomorrow with this case, that things go in her favor, that she gets these children, that Martell does not win in this custody case, because those children do not need to be with him full time. Y'all know that. I have done plenty of lives. I've shown plenty of videos and pictures over here to where Martell just does not do what he needs to do with those kids. I don't want to see those children sleeping on the floor when they have beds at home. Okay. You took those children away from their home to where Melody had to move, and you would not allow them to get their beds. Where are their beds? You wouldn't let them get their beds. Where are their beds? I kept asking that. Where are those children's beds? When they went to your house, we didn't see no beds. We saw one set of bunk beds and the other kids were on the floor. Where are those children's beds? Did you give them to Ariane? Where are the children's beds? Where are the children's beds? If you're going to take them away, at least be able to put them in the same type of comfort that they had prior to you taking them away from their mother. So my prayer, like I said, is that the children, that Melody pretty much gets what she is looking for in this court case tomorrow. So you guys say a prayer about that. We're going to get on out of here. All right. Thank you guys for joining. Please go ahead and hit the like button. Also, please leave a comment and let me know what y'all think about this show tonight and the information that I displayed for you guys tonight. All right. Also, please go ahead and subscribe to this channel if you did not. Thank you for any mods that join, not mods, but any content creators that join. And also thank you for the mods for doing such a splendid job. All right. We're going to get on out of here. See you guys tomorrow for Car Chronicles, and goodbye.